Hey, what up, everybody? Stevie Breach coming to you here. Last night on Monday Night Raw, Brock Lesnar fucked up a car. He fucked it up big time. Street Fighter 2. I'm loving all these photoshops that people are doing where they're putting Brock Lesnar into the Street Fighter 2 game, in the bonus round where you have to beat up the car. Really fun to see that. Honestly, when it was doing it, I didn't think of it, and it just makes me love Twitter for the fact that people are able to think of this and make this before the segment on television is even over. I know that the doom was coming for the Cadillac almost the minute that they introduced it. People were already calling the shots that Brock was going to mess that thing up. But honestly, when I think about it, I think about Battleground coming up, and the story is coming up that basically Seth Rollins is going to have to fight Brock Lesnar alone. The story at the beginning of this was it looked like Seth Rollins was the babyface, that, it was sort of like Brock Lesnar was pairing himself with the Authority, and the Triple H was picking him as his guy to go in there and fuck Rollins up. The storyline is basically that Triple H wants Rollins to prove himself, that he doesn't need the help, that he is, the best wrestler in WWE. He is the guy that, he thinks he is. Triple H wants to know that, he's hitching his wagon to the prize horse in town. And beating Brock Lesnar at the pay-per-view is going to be what does it. Honestly, I really thought that this was going to be an easy slam dunk case, that Rollins was going to be beating Brock and Brock would not get the championship. I think everybody knows from watching the videos that I was really against Brock Lesnar being champion, seeing how he was not a part of the show that much as champion last year. And I don't see a short run for Brock Lesnar as being champion if they do put the belt on him again. Honestly, with last night, J&J Security, Jamie Noble, got his arm broke, and the other one was getting thrown around. Joey Mercury, he took the big bump on the windshield. I was hoping he was going to be a lot like Farouk in The Nation when Stone Cold Steve Austin drove the Ford down to the ring, and somebody took a bump and they went through the windshield. One of the craziest bumps I've ever seen in wrestling. Definitely a bump that you have to be real jacked up to take it. You had to be really into the moment. I'm sure that, if you ask the guy once he took it, I'm sure he didn't even feel it until after. And I'm sure he woke up the next morning and he felt like he got hit by that truck. But I thought it was funny that WWE was running a promotion at that time where they're going to be giving away the Stone Cold Steve Austin truck that they were featuring on Monday Night Raw week in and week out. I believe it was a Ford F-150, I'm pretty sure. And then they ended up giving the car away. I'm hoping that when they gave the car away, they got the windshield fixed. I'm sure they did. That'd be like when WWE gave away the house at the In Your House inaugural pay-per-view, if they would have really had the wrestlers have the big wrestling match in the house like they did in the commercial, and then really tear it up and just say, here you go, guys. You got a house now, even though it's demolished. But I think that next week, Kane will come back from his vacation in Hawaii, and at this point Brock Lesnar will be on the show once again, and it'll be his job to take Kane out of the situation. And then when it comes to the pay-per-view, it's going to have to be Rollins versus Brock one-on-one. At that point, I'm really looking at Triple H to be the wild card in the situation, and as of right now, I think that Triple H is going to fuck Rollins, and that it's basically going to be Rollins losing the championship to Brock. Brock will get the win, and it'll be Brock and Triple H on top of the WWE, and that is how you're going to get to the Triple H versus Rollins match that people have been talking about for SummerSlam for quite some while. It didn't really seem like it was going to come together that fast, but I mean, with the talk with Rollins before the match at the last pay-per-view when it was Rollins versus Ambrose in the main event, and it was Stephanie and Triple H giving the pep talk. Stephanie was basically telling Rollins to fuck off, but it was Triple H, basically giving him the words of advice. And then last night, it was Triple H telling Rollins that he needed to do something that Brock wouldn't expect, and that was Rollins took it as going out to the ring and calling him out, which led to his demise. He didn't get beat up, but he did look like a wuss running away and running through the crowd and getting the hell out of there as Brock took the championship and posed with it on top of the Cadillac. But I can easily see Triple H fucking him. But what if Triple H fucked him and then Rollins kept the championship, finding some way to win either by technicality or some other way, and then it's Triple H versus Rollins. I think everybody knows how big of a Triple H mark I am, And I would love to see it. I mean, WrestleMania 30, I was going crazy. I really believe that there might be a chance that Triple H really did beat Bryan and go into the main event and find a way to take that championship. Then again, during that TLC match, that was Cena versus Orton, I really thought that Triple H would just get pissed off at the match and walk up there, climb the ladder, and grab the belt for his own and say, fuck it, this is mine now. We'll have to see what goes down. It's going to be fun at the pay-per-view. I just found out I'm not even going to be home to watch it. Much like Jim is on vacation. He's in San Diego right now. I'm going to be in Florida. The day that Battleground happens, I think, is the day that I get to Florida. I fly overnight Saturday to Sunday. So we'll see what goes down. Maybe I'll talk somebody into making some videos for me on the channel so you guys will have a review up. Maybe I'll have a guest reviewer, or maybe I'll just review it myself. Since I always find some way to have some downtime. People always make fun of me for making videos when I'm on my vacation. But what else am I going to do? I love wrestling. Love you guys. Peace out, everybody.